We have journeyed over to EAG 2.0, our second technical work center. It's a new addition from 2019, and adding another 6,500 square foot of workspace to continue the rehabilitation of some of the finest BMW All-Stars that this company has ever built. We're going to go through and put the 850 CSi up in the air and do a quick undercarriage inspection to kind of round out this intro video, this unboxing of this Euro Spec car. But I think first we might as well take a quick walk through the workshop and see what's moving and shaking. The Sterling Gray 2002 M5 is a Dynon Stage 2 that we built back in 2011, and we'll be delivering the car to the new owner in Florida, repeat client, repeat family. Really excited to deliver. This is the third or fourth E39 M5 we've sold to this family. Hi, Johnny. We have a 2006 M3 competition package slick top, pretty much the ultimate E46 M3 with a whopping 12,000 miles on it, that we have pulled out all the stops on and just built an amazing machine per the request of the current owner, who happens to be one of the previous owners of this same VIN number. He bought his old car back, made the mistake of selling it and wanted to get back into it, but not just any of them, his old VIN number. And we have really enjoyed working with him over the years, and this has certainly been the benefactor of the full MM treatment, as we've now coined it. New client has purchased this Sport Evolution. This is the car that we restored a little over 2 years ago, sold it, and now bought back. It was quickly shown in our last video with the E30 touring. A couple days here before delivery, we caught a little whiff of coolant, and Sean, good job on that. So we're going in and tearing it apart to do another heater core, because, well, it's original and better to fix it now before it is delivered and ensure that it's right upon delivery. Better late and right than on time and wrong. M5 wagon waiting for a couple more final pieces from Germany before delivering it to its new home in Florida. The ultimate E36 M3 lightweight that has the full PTG installed Euro Spec Group N drivetrain, 6-speed. We've gone through and done a couple, not only our rejuve, but then going through and doing another full bespoke package for the owner of this car. This is his second lightweight. He actually bought his old lightweight back as well at one point, which is a different VIN number than this lightweight, and this is kind of the ultimate reincarnation of that car, with half the mileage. Stratus Z8 that we've just finished up the rejuve on, waiting on one more part from Germany again. The soft top is stuck in customs. This is the finished product of our paint correction, and we've done a couple of layers of ceramic coating. We did repaint the hard top, had a couple little blemishes on it to give you an idea on the color match and the consistency, and quite happy with the results, especially how this original paint really came back. Repainted the front bumper as well as it had a license plate bracket, and that again turned out just spiffy. What a dynamic color, and the arrival condition of this car, while it was on point with the mileage, the car had never been properly detailed, and now with the new headlights and the paint, a week later, I think the results speak for themselves. We have a rejuve in from Virginia. This is another E39 M5. It's getting the full package. We've just finished up the whole front end, getting rid of all the stone chips and blending in to get the color on point. Former owner of this is one of the driving instructors for the M Performance Center. Shout out Matt, what's up? And yeah, so over to the CSi. Oh, and then of course we have an M1. You can't skip over that. This will be a little bit more of a long-term resident, so expect to see this in other videos moving forward. We're getting ready to pull the engine and go through that and just take everything down and put it all back together with all new consumables. The CSi is ready to go up in the air. We've got these new sweet rotary lifts that are quite quick. We'll try to be as efficient as we can around here. These optional Style 5 VBS wheels, thankfully, are in really good shape. I don't think that we will need to refinish those. I think those will work as they are. Clean them up and polish them. We do have a set of the 18-inch M parallel staggered wheels, a set of 4 in stock if we wanted to have an alternative set, as in addition to the factory wheels. We've got a matching fifth spare that's down in the trunk. And I had never seen these wheels when this car was presented to us, and questioned that they were even on the build sheet, but sure enough, they certainly were. And this was an option that you could get in period. Under here, we are looking nice and tidy. It's wet and we just got a little bit dirty from our drive. We'll get under here and do a little undercarriage detail, but it doesn't look like it's going to need a whole lot of detailing. It's really tidy. You know, these cross members right here, this front subframe, this is not protected with any type of rust inhibitor or anti-corrosive material, and so this is the first spots that these will start to mushroom out and rust when they've seen any type of weather or salt. Of course, the aluminum is not going to, but same with these. Pretty common to see those, you know, all red and crusty. With most of the other suspension components would share the same fate if it had been exposed to stuff like that. This is all original, and these are, you know, original. Pretty much everything under here. I'm sure that some bushings have probably been changed, and we'll go through and change out a lot of that stuff as well. The exhaust systems are quite well known to have, you know, corrosion and rot. That's definitely something that we've seen in a lot of the other cars. Glad to see, well, none of that here. And again, it's original system. The techs will of course dig in and go a lot further than what we're doing here in this cursory kind of intro sneak peek, but this should give you a good idea of what we're starting with this car. It's very tidy. This is the rear active steering system. That's one of the bespoke options that the European spec cars will have that the US cars will not. There is a bit of a issue with those active steering control modules, is my understanding, and we've had some challenges with other clients' cars in those in the past, and do have a fix for that. So if you've got a Euro CSI and been beating your head against the wall with that, reach out to us and we'll be happy to lend a technical hand. Better yet, just send the car to us and we'll put it through the Rejuve program as we're doing with all these other cars. They'll be in good company. We'll go back down here real quick and take one more look inside through the car and in the trunk. Nice thing about these lifts, they go down just about as fast as they go up. This newer stuff is pretty darn good. It's nice to have a new shop after we built our addition on our existing shop actually in 2009, so kind of waited another decade for this, so well worth the wait and glad to have the additional resources. Did find one little scratch here, kind of like a box scratch, but it's not through the paint and there's no stutter, so I'm quite sure that's going to come out with our paint correction. Probably whatever touched there, maybe something fell off the shelf, caught that as well. We'll be able to make that look a whole lot better. That's the worst mark on the whole car. I didn't really see any notable dents or dings. No previous hail or any type of fallout, which is not uncommon. You know, even when cars are in storage and sitting with a cover on them, you know, basketballs bounce and kids play, and bikes go in and out of the garage. But a hero car like this lasts forever. Haha. Toolkit is something we always want to double check, make sure there's no moisture in the trunk, which would leave some oxidation on the tools, which I do not see any of. And we've got this BMW rag that is quite common to not be there. It's one of the first things to go missing. Wheel lock, which is good to know that we have that. We will need that when we update these tires just due to age. I don't believe they are within our time spec. Got a battery cut off there that was added, and that's not going to be terribly uncommon for the CSIs, the ones that definitely have done, you know, some storage. The big thing too with the cars that have been sitting for a long time, which this car's not sat for a long time, it's always been in, I don't want to say regular service, but semi-regular service, and the inspection reports and the service stamps in the service history help verify that. We did receive that via post. The DHL brought us this about a week or two ago. Enough time for us to obviously bind it all up, and we added some of the shipping paperwork from this morning in there as well. All the technical inspections, the TUVs. We've got the service booklet, and there's a dozen stamps in there going all the way back to the original first break-in service stamp. So it's nice to see. Glove box will house the owner's manual, and of course the lovely BMW flashlight. It's a nice little novelty that there's actually repair kits now available to go through and replace the innards of those and bring them up a bit. Very happy. Original, without question. The smell of this car is exactly what they should smell like, and I don't see any type of repairs or any dye or any cover up on the interior either. So just a real good, honest, low mileage car with really crappy cup holders that don't work, but good A for effort in design, and putting them in there just to say they got them, I guess. So yeah, appreciate everybody tuning into this little longer version of an EAG unboxing video. We've not done anything like this before, and I thought it'd be a cool way to share what it's like to receive your car from import after a very long and sometimes nerve-wracking wait, especially for those that have not done it in the past. And unlike some experiences we've had, and experiences many others have had, the cars are not always exactly what they were advertised to be. Especially when you've got really high standards. That seems to unfortunately be more the case than not, but I'm very, very happy to say in this case we got exactly what we were hoping for and expecting, and if nothing else, we actually probably got a little bit more. The driving dynamics of the car right out of the box, to me, are probably the most impressive thing. I'm really, really happy with how this car drove, just albeit 4 or 5 miles in the rain at 50-degree temperatures with 10-year-old tires, but if it drives this good before we do our magic, I'm really excited to drive a brand new CSI again, because that's what the finished product is surely going to imitate, EAG style. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more. Way more cool stuff in the pipeline. See ya.